Good morning. It is Friday, November 22nd, and today is the memorial of St. Cecilia. This is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. We've got a lot of news to get to this morning, so let's get into it. A coin flip and two pieces of paper helped decide the final member of the Mount Clemens Community Schools Board. Candidates Rashida Hammond and Alex Bronson both received 3,496 votes in the November election, so the tiebreak procedure had to be used. County Clerk Anthony Forlini flipped a coin with Hammond, winning the toss, which meant she got to pick first out of a box where two pieces of paper sat. Hammond pulled the paper marked elected and will now serve as a member of the board. The Detroit Board of Police Commissioners is launching an online police accountability dashboard. The dashboard will include complaints that were filed against Detroit police officers, as well as data about the officers' race and sex, the allegations, and if the charges were sustained. Board Chairman Darrell Wood says the dashboard is a significant advancement into the mission of transparency and accountability. Wolverine Packing Company is recalling approximately 167,000 pounds of ground beef products that may be contaminated with E. coli. Lisa Taylor has details.
The Detroit-based meat company says the products have a use-by date of 11/12/24, and frozen products have a production date of 10/22/24. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Safety Inspection Service says they have reports of 15 patients falling ill due to the products, which were shipped to restaurants nationwide. I'm Lisa Taylor.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection intercepted rare and potentially destructive fruit flies at the Detroit Metro Airport this week. A traveler arriving from Italy refused to respond to agriculture questions, and his bag was checked. CBP says they found caper fruit flies among fresh caper flowers. Officials say little is known about the possible alternative hosts for the flies. However, it is not uncommon for pest species to have detrimental impacts outside of their native habitat. The Institute of Christ the King Sovereign Priests, the religious community entrusted with the care of the St. Joseph Shrine in Detroit, has announced they will purchase 4.2 acres of land across from the Dequindre Cut and turn it into a social hall and, eventually, a middle school. Canon Jean-Baptiste Clemens, pastor of the shrine, said the land cost $2.75 million and was made possible through an anonymous donor and other benefactors. The land is currently an auxiliary parking lot during Detroit Lions games and will eventually be renamed DeSales Park after St. Francis de Sales. And in the 6 years that Catholic Central High School has offered an Order of Christian Initiation for Teens program, it has not only gained momentum but national attention. To date, nearly 50 Catholic students have been welcomed into the church, and another 18 are to be fully welcomed this spring. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. Now this.
Never miss an episode of Michigan Mornings. Get each show delivered to your email inbox every morning by subscribing at purplecatholic.com. That's purplecatholic.com.
Rain is likely again today in Detroit, and our high will reach 47. Tonight, the rain will taper off around 1 a.m. Our low will dip to 41. Saturday will be mostly cloudy with highs around 48. Sunday will be mostly cloudy with temperatures in the upper 40s. And the rain returns on Monday with highs in the mid-50s. You're listening to your local news and weather on Ave Maria Radio. This is Michigan Mornings. Rain is likely again today in Saginaw, and our high will reach 48. Tonight we have a chance of rain, and our low will dip to 41. Saturday will be mostly cloudy with highs around 48. Sunday will be mostly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-40s, and the rain returns on Monday with highs around 50. You're listening to your local news and weather on Ave Maria Radio. This is Michigan Mornings. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. President-elect Trump's nominee for Attorney General Matt Gaetz has withdrawn his name from consideration Many had expressed doubts over Gates' nomination due to an ongoing investigation by the House Ethics Committee and public scrutiny. News Nation's Tom Dempsey has more.
Yesterday, he was here on Capitol Hill with Vice President-elect J.D. Vance to try and talk to some of these lawmakers about, shoring up support ahead of these nominations, trying to maybe ease some of their anxiety or ease some of the concerns that they have. And I think the timing of this today really shows that a number of senators brought up concerns about these allegations against Representative Gates, and that this nomination fight was not going to be easy.
The Justice Department investigated but did not charge Gates with sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. Many of those same accusations would have been aired during a Senate confirmation hearing. President-elect Trump has instead nominated former Attorney General Pam Bondi to lead the Department of Justice. Fox News host and veteran Pete Hegseth took to Capitol Hill yesterday as he plays defense regarding sexual assault allegations. A California woman says President-elect Trump's defense secretary pick sexually assaulted her years ago. Hegseth confirmed he paid his accuser an undisclosed amount of money for a non-disclosure agreement. Rudy Giuliani is appealing a court order to surrender most of his assets to 2 election workers he defamed. A judge ruled Giuliani owed 2 women $146 million, and he's been ordered to turn over many of his belongings. Giuliani is hoping to reverse the decision with his appeal. 2 House Republicans are trying to block IVF expansion in the annual defense bill. Montana's Matt Rosendale and Oklahoma's Josh Breachin have asked the leaders of the House and Senate Armed Services Committee not to include provisions to expand IVF. The pair claims IVF is ineffective and leads to the destruction of human life. And turkey is among several Thanksgiving items that will be cheaper this year. A new report shows prices for several Thanksgiving items, including pumpkin pie mix, frozen peas, sweet potatoes, and more, have dropped since 2023. Turkey prices have decreased by about 6%. St. Augustine says your heart must rejoice beyond words, soaring to an immensity of gladness, unrestrained by syllabic bonds. Sing to him with jubilation. I'm Matthew Handley. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings on a Friday. Have a good rest of your day and a good weekend. You can stay connected with me on X. I'm at Radio Handley. Lord willing, I'll talk to you on Monday. And until then, goodbye.